Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw N from DoroHeDoro. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, so here we go. I really like him. Well, he's a bad guy, so I'm not supposed to like him. But I like the design. And that's what I really like about this show. It's such a crazy designed, odd-looking show that I really like that. I like the creativity. You know, it's a little mature. It's a little mature. You know, that maybe parents might want to make sure it's okay if you watch this stuff because it can get a little risky. You know, but it's not bad. It's not bad. There's no nudity, but you know, comes close. So yeah, so I just really like the show. It's just really creative, and you know, I just like the way that it all looks. You know, so I know the pose. I know where I'm trying to get him. You know, I've got him standing there, and in all his glory and splendor, and he's got these little spices of looks to his design. You know, a little bit of creativitize, they say, as the kids say, right? Am I right, kids? Everybody say it. All right, nobody said it. Crickets, right? That's okay. That's all right. So yeah, I'm just gonna have him standing here, you know, just, in all his glory and splendor, and just enjoying himself, you know. So let's see. I just draw his hand, just kind of hanging down, and he's got a cool little cuff because his jacket's kind of, you know, folded back, so that'll be a nice design. And his design, also the paint job, is more of a pinstripe paint job, so I'll do that with color. I'm not worried too much about drawing that with the Sharpie. I want the edges is what I'm going to work with the Sharpie here. All right. Okay, so let's see what can I do for his hand. How about let's draw him holding up one of his magic mushrooms. You know, his what's that called? His smoke, right? It's his forte, his spice. You know. So I just have him kind of holding up a crazy old looking mushroom. You know. All right. So he's got a really cool collar, and let's see. Let's go ahead and draw that hand. Let me sketch this out real fast. See if I can do this. And for the most part, we're just going to see like the edges of the hand, right? Because it's kind of holding a big old crazy mushroom just up to the side. But when you're holding something, you don't see, you know, all the other parts. You can just see what's in front. So we'll draw a big old crazy looking, just weird looking mushroom. Kind of like in the show, right? When everybody's, well, I won't spoil it. You'll see. Right, cool. Let's see. That looks pretty good. Just add some more wrinkles and folds, and you know, maybe a few, just to get the look. You know, just a regular old shoes, but it's just the wrinkles and folds in the cloth and the material and all that stuff. That's what really makes it stand out. So I just want to throw a few in there real fast because the sketch worked out. The sketch is good, so now, or the positioning. So now I can kind of add, you know, design, detail, because you always want to make sure you get the sketch right. You got to get that perfect, and then you can, you know, work on the detail. You know. Let's see. So like his hand, I can go and do his hand, but I'm just going to do his hand just hanging down, so it's not too much detail. But I like to make sure I get the positioning right before I get all the detail in there. So we'll just do regular old hanging hand because that's not the important part. Like the big main focus of his power, you know, his magic is that mushroom over there. So just a hand hanging down real quick. Okay, let's see. All right, looking good. Let me check my pictures real fast. Let me find a good picture of his head, and we'll get started and draw his face. All right. So this will be pretty simple. I just got to figure out how to draw his hair. And what I want to do with his hair is, you know, come up with, it's got that cool looking, like flame looking look to it, you know, but I got to try to figure out a way to do it in my style, you know, the way I draw, with it looking like hair, not just a big piece of fire on his head, you know, or however they draw it. But it's cool. It's cool. I'm not making fun of it. You know, it's just different. And that's what I said. That's what I initially liked about all this, is that it's different. Okay, that looks pretty good. So let me try to put in a few little features here. And let's see, maybe, I don't think I'm going to draw this middle part of his head. I mean, I'm going to draw it, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I want to do that with Sharpie, because I want it to stand out with color, not with a big old black line, because it's not black, it's just a big red line, you know. So I think I'm going to do that with color. So just giving you a heads up, just giving you a warning. So let me draw some more of his hair, like a hairline for his big old crazy fire head, and that'll get us, you know, close to hair as we can, you know, just to make it look like actual hair. Because you know how I like to do. I like to make it look real, or as close as I can, you know, not real, but you know. Let's see. All right, looks good. Let me see. Oh yeah, I got to draw his collar here. He's got the crazy old like petal collar. You know, it's looks like flower petals. Not flower petals, but yeah, kind of. Maybe. I don't know the word I'm looking for. I've already said it. I'm not a speaker. I'm a drawer. Okay, looking good. So I say we erase some of this now. I'm going to erase the sketch lines and leave the confidence lines. Now, if you're working with pencil, you just start drawing darker. You don't have to erase like I'm doing here. You just you know, get drawing darker. But what I'm doing is I just want to make sure that the Sharpie stands out, not the pencil lines. So I'm erasing the confidence, and I'm sticking with my. I'm erasing the sketch lines and keeping the confidence. So as the sketch lines disappear, the more confident I got. Those lines were darker, those are harder to erase, so what's left is confidence. And that's how you live your life. You get rid of the sketchiness, you live with your confidence. It's the best ever. So I say we finish this up and we welcome all those people that skipped. All right. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen's a little finer than the fine point. It can find the things that the fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of it and left myself a ghost of an image that I can use to guide me on this Sharpie adventure. So I'm going to start off with the Sharpie pen, because I can control the line width much better. And I'm going to draw some tiny little features just to get us going right here, and start off with his eyes. And I want to you know, focus a little bit on the details, and I'm not going to draw that line in his head, but I am going to draw the other details, so you'll see when we get there. I'm just going to start off with his eyes. I'm going to draw the top of the part like this, just to make sure I've got them level. You know, I want them balanced, and it looks good. So I'm going to add some retinas, just tiny little dots from here, and tiny little round part over here. And if you can, add a little dot for a pupil, but it's so tiny, yeah, I don't think we're going to get it in. So that's good. So I'm just going to draw the edges of the eye, not the whole under eye, just the edges, because this is too tiny to fit that many details. So I just kind of imply the bottom of the eye and let color take care of the rest. Okay, so he's got kind of a angry furrowed brow, so I'm going to give him a little bit of a, there's no eyebrow, but I'm going to give him like a furrowed little uppity up thing. But I'm going to draw the black line, but not the red line like I'm talking about. So from the brow, let me draw that brow first, like that. Draw another one on the other side. And there you go, kind of an angry look. So I'm going to give him where I would draw the little detail of the parts around this red line. But again, not going to draw the red line, just that part. Okay, so I'm going to come down here and build on the, let's see, how about we build on the mask? The mask will guide us what where we can start and stop. So I'm just going to draw across his face, the little metal part across, just the first part of the edge. And then come across here, and I'm going to try to draw the metal edge, so I'm going to draw another line directly underneath it, so super small, super tiny, parallel to it if you can. And leave it open and close it off here. Now, there are some screws, but they're so tiny, I just do this and this, and that's all I can really do because it's too tiny to see what it is, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm just going to do that with color, okay? So I can see a little bit of his nose, so I'm going to put that in there. And just a little accent, that's about it. So now I want to do his teeth, his toofes. So I'm going to draw basically where they connect, the middle part, almost like a mouth, and then draw a little teeth, just little tooths going across. Real tiny teeth. I know how to say it, I'm being silly, okay? And then I'm going to draw directly underneath for the bottom of the teeth. If you can, directly underneath, but I know it's tiny, so we'll just fit in what we can right here. All right, looking good. So let's draw his chin and build off of that. So I'm going to draw the little metal plate that's holding up the chin, that's holding the connection, and then come across and draw the bottom of it here. And again, there's two bolts, two little flathead screws that we can draw circles like this. And if you can, fit the line in, but yeah, now that I see it, it's so small, you don't even have to do that. The way it gets it in there, it's a cool design, but again, it's a little tiny for what we're doing. So let's go ahead and draw the edges. And I'm going to build up to the side here, and I'm going to draw the other little metal part that's underneath his let me draw these edges right here, but I'm going to draw the other metal part that's underneath his jawline here. And then go ahead and connect it, finish it off. And I'm going to start to thicken up the edges too, because when I switch over to this Sharpie, it's going to get a lot thicker. So I'm trying to get ready for how that's going to look. And it's because I've done it before. So let's draw the other side over here. Again, I'm going to add that little piece of metal like that. But again, you'll see it's metal when it's color. Right now, I'm just going to draw it and add it in. Looks good. So let's see. How about we add some ears? Since we know the positioning and we got a good start-stop point with this mask now, we know where our edges are. We can draw up to these edges. And let's do the other one over here. And add just a little bit of ear on the inside, if you can see it. It might be too small for yours too, just something for placement. So now that we have that, we can play around with hairline. And let's see. So here's the thing. So I'm going to draw, some wisps of hair, as if it was really hair coming off and not just the artistic style that they did. But I want to make it look like locks of hair, like little chunks coming off. So that's the best way I can make it look like the way they do it, like the little flame looking look to it. So I'm just gonna kind of come out here and give myself an edge first, so I can know where they're coming from, because the hair's got to start from someplace. But that's it. I'm not going to connect it. See, I'm going to leave room for that red line right there, but I'm not going to connect it, and it'll connect into the hair and look really good. So now that I've got some edges, I can add some locks of hair, like where it's coming from, like the parts of the head that it's growing out of, And that's really what you want to do, is give yourself some start-stop points to build off of, because hair, if it comes from somewhere, and so his is kind of flowing back, so I'm just going to kind of push it out like that from the center to make it look like it's flowing back. Okay, all right. And playing around with both sides, just kind of drawing some wisps, some lines, but not too much, just some points of hair, just to make it look like his little fancy old pointy-haired style. Okay, looks good. So that Sharpie is going to be super thick, so I'm just trying to match up what's going to happen. But you don't have to. This is just me. I'm just preparing. I know what it's going to look like. All right, some more wisps, little points. Following my sketch too. This isn't just willy or nilly. This is me actually following the sketch of where I wanted to go with this. Looking a little bit like Wolverine right now, right? Okay, let's add this middle chunk, the big fattest point, to really accent it and drive it home. And there you go. So yeah, so now again, I'm going to thicken up these edges just a little bit. Remember, you don't have to do this, but I'm just doing it for myself because I know how it's going to look and what it's going to do and where it's going to go. So I just want to get prepared and ready. All right, looking good. How's yours looking? Awesome. Okay, so, ooh, I love that sound. I'm going to switch over to the big Sharpie now and start with the rest of it. So I'm going to go ahead and draw his neck and come down to his shirt here. And so, see how thick this is? That's why I want to accent and make it kind of look the same. So that's why I just kind of going to touch it up a little bit here, just kind of blend it in so it kind of looks like it's all the same kind of consistency. But you know, it's nice to have a nice contrast of thick and thin with all these little lines versus these big fat lines. So it's still a good look. So all right, so his jacket kind of comes over. He's got like a little flapper that hangs over, and so then I can accent his collar piece. And his collar are like these petals, or not really petals, but you know, these long, pointy, I guess petals is the best way I could say it, you know? But they're not petals. It's not rose petals. What am I looking for? Like vine petals? I don't know. I've always said I'm not a speaker. I'm a drawer, not a big old speaker of tell stories. Okay, so I'm just going to add some creases and some lines and just kind of point out the edges here, because as much as the fine point Sharpie that is, it's not fine. It's for bigger things, not for anything like this. So I just like to go over stuff and give it a nice little point if it needs it. You know, a little place to get ready to look good. All right. Okay, just a few more little bumps now. Did I notice that? Okay, so I'm gonna have his arms kind of up, going across, so I need to draw his shoulders. This one's gonna be raised up just a little bit, and just down to about right there, because his arm's gonna be bent, and that's where that's as much as you can see because of the crook of his elbow. And so we're gonna draw his little cuff. Like I said, his shirt's wrapped over like this, so I can bring it down to about right there and add me some creases and folds. Let me go ahead and draw the other side so you see where we are and get a good idea of the edge here. Okay. All right. So then he's got an undershirt underneath, so I'm going to draw a little bit of that with a big old puffy cuff. And let me show you some creases and folds on the material just so you know where we are. And since it's so bent up, we can add quite a few and just kind of, make it our own, make it look like it's bent up material, you know? That's what makes it come alive. It makes it real, you know? Have some fun with it. Okay, so let's draw. Let's see, his hand's going to be holding a big old mushroom, but you're only going to see the side of it, kind of just a little bit of the edge, because you're always holding something like this, like just the pinky here and that finger, because what's in front of it. But let me see what I got. Hang on, let me. Oh, okay, so I got a rock. Don't ask me why, but I've got a rock. But see how you can't see? You can only see those front fingers, not what's behind. And that's what we're gonna draw. Okay. Don't ask me why I got a rock so close to me, but okay, so I'm gonna draw the palm of the hand, and then draw that pinky all bent in, because it's holding it, keeping it from falling out of your hand. And I'll go ahead and draw also the ring finger too, so you kind of get an idea of what you can see. And I should probably draw, let's draw a little bit of the mushroom so you can see, or you know what you can see and what you can't see, because that part is the only thing that's visible, and maybe some of this thumb and everything's behind. Maybe we'll do like the middle finger so you can see a little bit of that. And then now we just draw a big old mushroom, big old knobby crazy mushroom of his magic power, right? Of his smoke, his essence. What is it? The black powder? What do they call it? It's smoke, right? Yeah, something like that. So, okay, so let me add or accent some of his lines here, some of his mushroom pieces, just to make it a big old crazy mushroom. and a little bit of detail inside here, make it look as nice as possible. But also, we're gonna make it crazy and weird and add these crazy old bumps on it, just to make it, you know, like the DoroHeDoro style. You know, a little different, a little crazy. All right, looking good. Add some bumps here, maybe one there. All right, looks awesome. Cool. Okay, so let's work more on his jacket. And the flap is hanging over, and it's going to come down like this and go across. So it's got like almost like his collar here. It's going to have those petal points. So we're going to come down here to this one, draw one point, and I'll say this one comes down here like this. There's the edge of it to that point like that. We'll do another one, kind of you know, flapping out like that, like the rest of it. One on the side here. And let me add the points, because like I said, that Sharpie just doesn't quite get it, and I just want to do it before I forget, you know? Okay. Ooh, might as well add some creases and folds while we're here, you know? Some liveliness to this cloth. All right, there's a button, so there's stress right there. So let's work on this shoulder over here. So this one's going to come over, and it's a little bit lower because I got his other arm raised. So it's lower down just a little bit. And there's the edge of his coat, just kind of open and flapped like that. Again, let me add some extra awesomeness to the DoroHeDoro style look, you know. Okay, little creases and folds, Oh, you know what? Hang on, I got to draw the arm before I start getting all the detail. Let me go ahead and do that arm. So it's just going to be hanging down, and you know, draw the bumps for the cloth, and it's gonna have an open cuff just like that. So we're gonna draw the rolled back sleeve, and it's kind of open right here. So I can draw the oops, don't do that, don't have that extra line. You be more careful than I did, and you just bring it up like this. And so I can add some creases and folds again, just to show the cloth and the material, you know, the bends, the wrinkles, you know. Right. Okay, let me do his little cuff here, and then I can draw his hand, or not the cuff, but you know, his sleeve, just like that. You know, just the inner shirt hanging down. Okay, and some lines to make it come alive. Awesome. And his hand is just hanging down, nothing too crazy. So I'm just going to draw his thumb, pointed down, back of his hand. Draw the first finger, and it's just hanging there. And there's the second finger, and it's just kind of, you know, hanging like this, you know, just with the other back fingers kind of bent just a little bit, just to, you know, show that it's just a hanging hand, because it's the mushroom hand. That's the powerful one. That's the one it's awesome, you know. This one it's just a old dangly, just hanging there, being an old hand. All right. Cool. All right, so so now we just got a shirt and pants. So let's draw that shirt. And he's got a kind of a open little spot of the shirt that we'll just draw the edge here. Then I'll add some detail with my Sharpies, my Sharpie pen, sorry. And I just want to accent the seam line here. And we're just going to kind of give it that old Hedoro style, you know, just to show that it's a cool looking shirt. And just a few little details, and so just a couple of lines just to show that it's material and cloth, but not too many, not crazy like the rest of it, you know, it's just hanging there. All right, so now I'm going to draw the legs, and it's just, you know, I've already done the whole thing, so I've sketched it out. So all I really got to do is add some bumps and lines as I'm coming down for the pants, just to, you know, show they got wrinkles, because there's nothing too crazy, just legs. All right. So following my sketch, you know, I'm not just drawing willy or nilly. It's kind of following the sketch that I did, and I know I'm kind of just drawing the boot all of a sudden, but I wanted to show you how the material is folding over the boot. Basically, what I'm trying to do. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and just draw his other leg, just hanging down right here. Follow my sketch, basically. Okay, and again, just want to show you some cloth, some wrinkles and bends. and just how it's going up and going into the jacket, which is the points, the petals that we got to hang down. So we'll do one there, one here in the middle, and then one more here on the side, like that. And again, you know, gotta accent. But yeah, let me finish up these boots, and then I'll add some details with the tiny Sharpie, the Sharpie pen. You know, just to make it all stand out, to accent, to complement it. Is basically what we're doing. Okay, so again, just some wrinkles and folds just to show that it's bends. You know, it's not armor, it's not hard edges, it's soft goods that, you know, bend with its legs as he moves. And it's a little subtle stuff like this that makes it come alive that you don't really think about. You know, that your jeans have creases right here and bends. Let's put some bends on his shoe just to, you know, make those come alive too, right? And just some creases on his legs because his, you know, his pants, they wrinkle over, you know, so yeah, that's where the stress is. So here we go. Awesome. Cool. So I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is N from DoroHeDoro.
So here's my colored version. You can color it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures on how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.